Q&A. I put some questions, well, I put a question up on Instagram a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was almost a month ago, and I said to leave any questions that you have and that I will answer them in a video. I kind of want to do this every month, so we will see how that goes, you know. Well, this right here is the ORS hair mayonnaise that she was asking about, and I do not put heat on my hair because for two reasons. Number one, I can't sit still under a hooded dryer for too long. That's why I hate going to hair salons. And then the second reason is I don't have a hooded dryer. So what I did was I went out and bought one of these. I have a hair review, like a product review. I'll put it down below. And it traps in the heat from your body heat, and it heats up your hair. You can also use saran wrap and so wrap your hair with just plastic wrap. That will trap in your body heat and keep your hair warm. You can use heat if you want, but if you don't use heat, that's perfectly fine. You just have to leave it on longer if you don't use heat. So since I don't use heat, I leave the product on my hair for an hour. If you did use heat, you probably only need it on for like 15-20 minutes. Yeah. Now, I don't know what you really mean in this question. I don't know if you mean, is my hair texture natural or if the hair length is natural. So, the hair texture is not natural. I am relaxed, actually text-laxed, meaning that you only leave the relaxer on your hair for just a small amount of time. So you still have a little bit of texture, but you still got a little bit of straightness. But my hair length, is that natural? Yes. I don't wear weaves. I used 2 years ago, but I don't wear weaves now. And also, I do use clip-ins every once in a while. I haven't used clip-ins in a long time. I think almost a year. I think that was the last time I used clip-ins. Almost a year. Not quite. Maybe like 8 or 9 months or something like that. But whenever I do use clip-ins, you guys know because I say it in the video. I don't be trying to front. Well, I don't want to own a company per se. I just want to be my own boss, meaning I want to be an entrepreneur, meaning that I want to be a motivational speaker one day. So it's not like I want to own my own Fortune 500 company in a building somewhere. It's nothing like that. I just want to be my own boss, only employ myself, and just be a motivational speaker, spreading positivity and loveliness around the world. I would say if you don't want to use heat all the time, which you shouldn't want to use heat all the time, do a lot of styles that require a style that has to set, meaning you could do a roller set. You can sit under a dryer, although that is considered heat on your hair. It's not direct heat. It's not heat that's touching, that's physically being pressed on your hair. So it's not that damaging. You could do like roller sets. You could do flexi rods. You could do braid outs, twist outs. You can also do what are those things called CurlFormers. That takes a little skill because sometimes it takes a lot longer than what it should, and sometimes I'm getting a headache doing that. But the results come out so pretty and they last for so long. So you could try that. I think I have a video on that on my channel. If I do, I'll link it below. Because I do have a video on it. It's not an in-depth tutorial. It's kind of like a get ready with me or just watch me do this type of thing. So I can link that down below. But I would say try to do a lot of hairstyles that your hair would have to set. So a lot of styles are going to be curly. And don't be afraid to put your hair in a bun, or like you could do like a little messy bun like that, put a little headband, you know, decoration. I know a lot of women, because I have a lot of older women that watch my videos, and you guys are working women, and sometimes you don't want to put your hair in a bun or ponytail. You don't want to make it look too kiddie. But you can just do braid outs, twist outs. If I was at a job where I could not wear my hair like this, because I work around kids, so I look like a big kid. But if I worked at a job where, number one, I don't think somebody should tell you how you should keep your hair. As long as it's clean and kept, you shouldn't tell me what hairstyle I should do. I hate jobs like that. But if you do work at a job like that and you have to wear your hair more professional, I would say do a lot of braid outs because it's down and it's curly. That's what I would say. If your edges are thin, I would say massage oil on it. Not everyone wants to buy simplicity oil, which is fine. So get you some castor oil. Preferably Jamaican black castor oil because that works a little faster than the regular castor oil, but some people say that the Jamaican black castor oil stinks. So maybe you do want to use the regular castor oil, but just be in mind that the regular castor oil takes a little bit longer to see results. It works, but one works faster than the other. That's all. Just a tiny bit, just enough to grease your fingertips, and then put it on your edges and just massage your edges at night. Tie your hair down. Do not go to bed without your hair being tied down if you have weak edges. They just won't grow that way. But you're gonna have to do a lot of braid outs, twist outs, and things like that, girlfriend. Okay, if you want to know what argan oil looks like, this is just one brand of argan oil. This is it right here. And then this is coconut oil. So I have both of them. Well, they both work. Like, they're both good for your hair. Get your hair glossy, shiny, moisturized. But if you had to pick one, if you don't want to become a product junkie, or if you're limited on if your budget is limited and you're like, okay, I just need the basics. I don't want to buy everything. Which one is better? Coconut oil is better. Because, number one, it's natural, you can eat it. My take on this, if I could put it in my body, I could put it on the outside. You can't eat this. I don't think you want to eat this. You can eat this. So if you can put it inside your body, it's going to do wonders on the outside of your body. You know, so you know it's real healthy, it's real good. Also, this goes inside the hair shaft. So you could put this on your hair, like, because I'm going to wash my hair tonight. I'm going to put this on my hair, and then I'm going to put this on top, let the heat just penetrate, get all up in there, and then I'm going to wash and condition. You really don't do that with this. I know at least not this brand, I don't do that with this. This is more like a finishing type of product. You after you've done your hair, you want that good shine, that good gloss. This is like pre-shampoo. This could be a deep conditioner. This could be a styling product. You could cook your dinner with this. All that good stuff. I would say coconut oil is better. It's natural and it's better. And it's cheaper. What made me become a foster parent was my aunt. Well, I have two aunts that are foster parents. And then I have another aunt that adopted. Well, actually, all of them adopted children. And so that's been in my family, you know, like foster care, adoption, spreading love, opening your home to those who need you, things like that. That's been in my family for decades. So that's just how we do it around here. But for real, it's always been placed on my heart to adopt. And when I was younger, I didn't know how to adopt. So I was like, I will adopt in foster care since it's in your hometown or in your state. It's in your state. You're helping someone in your community. You're helping others and things like that. And not only are you helping the child, but you can also end up helping the parent. Even though you may not meet the parent face to face, but just them seeing that you're taking care of their child, it could motivate them to hurry up and get their life better so they can get their kid back. You can see what it's like to parent a child, and so then they will parent their child better, kind of thing like that. So you can help a lot of people all the way around, and it is an awesome thing to do. I still have not made my foster care video. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I guess because it's gonna be a long video, because it's not just a one and done cut dry thing to talk about foster care. It's a long process to even become a foster parent, like to get licensed. It takes months. So and I started this process back in 2010. So I've been a foster parent for almost 4 years now, and I've had 5 children. It's great. I want some more, but yeah. Where was I going with this? It's been in my family. I just love to show love, and I love the little kitties. And I would rather be a foster parent over having my own children, because I don't really see having my own children. In my mind, and there's nothing wrong with having your own children, because if we don't have children, there would be no people in the world. But in my mind, I feel, what's the point of making a kid when there's already a whole bunch in this world that needs help? So I don't see myself making any children. That may change, but I just don't. I keep my hair moisturized, sealed. I leave it alone. I don't keep messing with it. So like you guys will see a hairstyle and it will be like this for like days. Like I take it down, but the next day I'm not rushing like, oh my God, I'm going to do my hair. And that's another thing. Figure out how you're going to do your hair the night before, so you don't be waking up the next day messing with it. I try to limit the heat on my hair. Also, I want to go not using heat for a while. I am going to use heat again in June. And then after that, I think I might not use heat again until later, like months later, because I noticed that when I did my 6-month challenge and I put no heat on my hair for 6 months, my hair was looking good. So we gotta get right back to that, girlfriend. The main thing is you want to leave your hair alone. You want to keep it moisturized. You want to keep it clean. Some people watch other girls' videos and they're like, well, she only washes her hair every 2 weeks. So she only washes her hair once a month. Don't do that because someone else is doing it. If your hair is dirty, wash it. Don't go like, well, her hair grew so long and she only washed her hair every month, because her hair may not get greasy or she may not have dandruff. If you have a scalp condition, you need to wash your hair. You can't be holding out because the next girl only washes her hair on a full moon. You can't be doing that. So you do what works for your hair. I care for my new growth with S-Curl. I just spray this on the kinky parts, the parts that need to be relaxed, because this will moisturize your hair. This is basically the moisturizer for people with jerry curl. No, this is not the jerry curl. This is not the chemical. This is the moisturizer. So don't use this and be like, but I'm gonna have a jerry curl, or it's gonna break my hair off because I got a perm and then I got a jerry curl on top. No, this is not the jerry curl. This is the moisturizer. The jerry curl actually comes in a box. It looks like a relaxer box. That's what actually does whatever it's supposed to do. And then this is like the upkeep product, the maintenance product, the moisturizing product. Because when you make your hair curly, it's gonna make your hair dry. So that's why people always be spraying this junk in their hair. But this is what I use on my new growth only. And then it makes my new growth very soft, very manageable. A lot of people ask me, you can't be 2 months posted. You can't be that far along because your hair looks laid down too well. Bam! That's why. For the first time to get a relaxer, I would recommend someone else doing it. But I recommend Creme of Nature products. You can either use the Creme of Nature Argan that comes in a red box. I will show a picture right here. Or you can use the Creme of Nature in a green box. It's a brand new one. That's the one I'm going to start using from now because it doesn't burn. It's very soft on your hair and all that good stuff. I do suggest having someone else do it. This is the first time that you're doing it. And what's making you relax your hair? Is your hair healthy now? If it's healthy now, then I don't recommend relaxing. If you can manage your hair, if you've gone this many years managing your hair natural, I would leave it natural. But if your hair, if it's hard to manage, you find it breaking off, it's real coarse in the middle and you can't comb through it, then yeah, you could relax. Or if your hair texture is a little softer, you could use a kitty perm with little girls on the box. I used to use that. I used to use Silk and Child. A little girl on the box, but it's hard to tell somebody what really, truly, honestly, it is kind of hard to tell somebody what kind of relaxer to use because I don't know your hair texture. So someone with a finer hair texture, I probably would tell you don't relax your hair. What are you relaxing it for? But someone with a more coarse hair texture, I would tell you, you need to use this relaxer because that one's really not going to work on your hair. So it's kind of hard to give an answer to just words. I need to see what your hair looks like. But if you're scared, use a kitty perm. For hair, I would say I really don't use much different hairs. I'm not dibbling down in all different types of hair. But you do want like natural Remy hair. Don't try to go for the cheapest thing because you're going to get the cheapest quality. Never buy your hair from Sally's. I don't buy my hair from Sally's because they don't have an array of greatness. You can go to your local beauty supply store, but my favorite hair of all time is the Aurora Black Series Professional Hair. The one that I gave away in my giveaway. There's also a girl on YouTube that unboxes it and shows it to you. I will link her video down below. I will also link the video of me installing it. I did that years ago, and please be warned, I'm very shy in that video, so I'm very quiet, but it's very informative, so check it out. But that's the hair that I like. It comes in a pack. You only need one pack of hair, and it's probably like $170, $180 a pack. It is expensive, but it lasts a long time. I still own the hair, and I've had it for about 4 or 5 years, so I still own the hair. It's great, wonderful, love it, can't get enough of it. But whatever you do, please let it match your hair texture. Just because it look good, silky and smooth and it blows in the wind, if your real hair is not silky like that, don't buy it because it's going to look crazy. No, I don't blow dry my hair every week. I only blow dry my hair if I'm going to flat iron it. If I'm not flat ironing it, no heat is touching my hair. My hair air dries, I do a braid out, twist out, or I just pull it back and then I tie my hair down so this part that you see gets straight and all this looks like a jungle back there. I don't care. I notice a lot, if you notice, if you watch girls on YouTube and their hair is growing, whether it was here at one point and now it's here, or whether it's down to their tailbone, you'll notice one common denominator that we all have. We don't mess with our hair unnecessarily. We do the basics and we're done. We experiment every once in a while with different hairstyles, but it's not a constant over-the-top hairstyles you see with us. You know, so that's the thing, the main thing you have to do. If you have all of your basics down, the moisturizer, the sealing, and all that stuff, the next thing you have to do is stop fussing over your hair, and then you will see it grow. Okay, if you're struggling with your sides, I would say to continue to moisturize, to oil and massage, and then also you are going to need to make sure your hair is tied down at night. A lot of women just put a bonnet on, but sometimes with the bonnet, the band on the bonnet will softly rub at your hair, and even though it's made out of satin or silk or whatever, some people's edges are very fine and delicate. You ever seen a baby? They have they go bald in certain spots because they're just laying on that one section. That can still happen. Like my edges are they're not fine in texture, but they're very sensitive, very delicate, and just putting a bonnet on and that's it can rub my edges away. So I make sure I tie my hair down with a scarf, keeping the edges stuck in one place so they're not moving. You eliminate friction, you will eliminate baldness and eliminate thinning. If you were born with thin edges and that's just something that you've never had, don't expect to have thick edges because it's not going to happen. It's just you don't have enough hair follicles there, so it's not gonna grow. But if you had edges before and now they're gone, you can grow them back if your hair did not fall out due to an illness. If it fell out due to an illness, I don't know if it can grow back because I don't know if your hair follicles are still alive. But if it just broke off because of it breaking off, a bad weave, bad perm, negligence, or whatever, then there's a possibility you could grow it back. But you just have to keep it well moisturized. If you ever notice that you have dry skin right here or dandruff right there, it's too dry and your hair's not going to grow back. It has to be moisturized. Think of it as a plant. You put a plant in some soil, the plant will not grow, the flower will not grow unless you keep that soil wet. Not drenched, but you got to keep it moisturized. That's why you always water a flower pot every day or every couple days. Same thing with your hair. I do want to start vlogging again. Don't know when, but I want to. Not sure. Because I don't want you guys to see the same thing every day, but I'm still thinking about that. Yes, I will be getting another foster child soon. The whole thing is you just gotta wait for them to bring you one. And so my age is not 0 to 18, so therefore I don't get calls all the time. If I open my age range from a child being born all the way to a child graduating from high school, I probably get calls every day. But I don't take big kids. I don't take little kids. My age group is basically 0 to 3 or 6 weeks to 3 years old. So that's a small window. And since it's so small, you rarely get phone calls. I'm pretty sure if I put my age group from 0 to 18, I'd probably be looking at my phone right now and it'd be ringing. Since within the last 2 months, I have gotten 4 phone calls. It's weird, but one was a newborn baby straight out the hospital. He was only 2 days old. I told him I can't do that because with this job that I have now, I can't just take time off like that. When I had my other job 2 years ago, I had 2 twin newborns and I was able to just leave work. They had maternity leave for foster parents. So I was able to do that. This job doesn't really have that, so I couldn't do that. I said, oh man, if he was 6 weeks old, I could have took him because then I could have to put him in daycare. But so I said no to that one. And then the other calls, they basically said no to me in a way. They didn't say no to me, but what they do is when a child is taken, they will call a foster parent and they will also call relatives of those children. So they have us all in a little basket and they want the kids to stay with relatives, which is understandable. So, but they call a foster parent in case those relatives either don't have room or their background check being clear. So they have me sitting back in the cut waiting. And so if they clear, they go with their relatives. If they don't, they come with me. So all the other calls obviously went with their relatives. So their relatives cleared out. Excellent. So they went to go live with their relatives. So that's when I said, they kind of said no to me. So it is a very emotional roller coaster type of experience when you're a foster parent. You got to have thick skin. You got to be doing it for the right reasons. And so yeah, so there's going to be days where you cry, there's going to be days where you're sad or whatever, but there's going to be lots of days where you're happy. So in a nutshell, wrapping up that question, I just have to wait till they come. I can't go and grab a kid from the grocery store. I can't go in Toys R Us, tell a little kid to come here and just put him in my pocket. I can't do that. So I have to wait until DCF gives me a child. And in a way, it's a good thing that I'm not getting phone calls. So that means that these children are being taken care of, you know? It's sad when you keep getting call after call after call after call. You're like, whoa, why are these people not taking care of their kids? What's going on? It's good to, it's selfish to feel like, why am I not getting a phone call? It's selfish like that. But then when you sit back and you think of it and you're like, it's a good thing that I'm not getting a phone call because that means there's children still being loved at home, you know? Okay. Yes. I do not relax my hair bone straight. I did years ago. I don't anymore because I feel that as long as I can get the texture to be wavy, I can, and if I want a bone straight hairstyle one day, I can do that with a flat iron. I would rather have my hair not bone straight and make it bone straight with a flat iron when I want to, and then the rest of the time have that texture so it can hold a flexi rod curl, so it can hold a CurlFormer curl, or just putting it in rollers. Or sometimes you just want your hair to look a little thicker. You don't want it to look so thin and dead and limp. So my thing is to relax it, not bone straight. It's more healthier on your scalp, on your follicles. It's more healthy on the hair. Let's all be honest. Relaxing your hair is, I'm not going to say it's wrong. It's damaging. Relaxing your hair is damaging. No if and buts about it. Every time you see a girl with relaxed hair, her hair is, in essence, in theory, in actuality, her hair is damaged. But you have to keep your hair as less damaging as possible because basically we have disrupted the curl pattern, the molecules of our hair, if that makes any sense. We have disrupted that. So you want to keep it as healthy as possible, but it's not at its healthiest state. So I say when you relax your hair bone straight, you're taking it a little too far. I say don't leave it on as long as you can, because when you go in the shower or when you go to that sink and you're rinsing it out and you got that water on there and you're rinsing it out, believe it or not, it's still processing. So don't go all the way to the cusp. If it says 25 minutes, don't go all the way to 25 minutes, because by the time you start rinsing it out and by the time you finally get that shampoo on your scalp, it's been 30 minutes now, because that's an extra 5 minutes. So you're in essence over processing if you go all the way to what the end of the directions say. So if you do want to relax bone straight, here's a tip here. If it says go all the way to 25 minutes, stop it like 3 or 4 minutes before. Because when you go into that sink or going in your shower, wherever you go into your water supply, and you rinsing it out, even though water is touching your hair, it's still processing. It's processing a little bit slower because you added water to it, but it's still processing. Because if water stops the process, there wouldn't be a neutralizing shampoo in your box. You know, people go bone straight and they wonder why their hair looks so limp and whatever. It's because they went all the way to the end. They probably went a couple more minutes too long, and now they at the sink rinsing it out, and now it's still processing, and that's why the hair looks so dead and so horrible. That's why I only leave it on from the time that, okay, after I mix it and I put that brush in there, from the time I put that first piece on it to the time I'm going to the water, it's 15 minutes. So I'm moving fast, and that's why I don't record putting relaxer on, for a couple of reasons. I don't want a whole bunch of negative comments and people telling me what I'm doing right or wrong, and then I don't have time to be in front of the camera. I'm not making my hair fall out in front of the camera. We're not doing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am about to head out and enjoy my day, and I am going to be doing more of these. They will be on Instagram because it's easier for me to get all the questions from Instagram than it is through YouTube comments. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, and then I will sporadically put out a post saying leave your questions below, and then I will do another video on that. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was long. I was trying to talk fast, but I'm just not one of those people that can make 5-minute videos. I just can't. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love you. Talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.